Till last lecture, we all had discussed invertebrate heart. In invertebrate, we had discussed about the one example we have learned the open circulatory system and one example of closed circulatory system. So, in the open circulatory system, we have studied the animal cockroach, and in the closed, we all have learned about the earthworm. So, now see, when we were discussing about the circulation or the heart into the simpler organism, the heart was simple, and you might have observed that the heart was not having special rhythmicity, right? Example, agar if we will talk about the cockroach, so ellery muscles were there, and the contraction of the muscle, it was helping or it was promoting the rhythmic movement, and because of that the blood was propelling. But when we were discussing about the next, like earthworm, so they were also not having such proper hearts, they were having just connection. So all this thing they were matlab, they were having simply two dorsal and ventral aorta, and these two things were just connected. So there was a simple modification of the you can say aorta or any type of the blood vessel. So in simpler way, they were not having the true hearts, they were just simply having the modified vessels only, right? So now when we were talking about the vertebrate, so in the case of the vertebrate, the things or the simplicity of organism will not be there, because now if you will observe, so they will have a proper rigid type of the endoskeleton. Now you might be thinking that ma'am, other class also have the exoskeleton which is very hard, but again I told you, when we go to the further order into the hierarchy, so complexity is increasing. So now here, because of that, there is no possibility that simple heart or only the modified you can say the advancement of whatever blood vessel is there can work. So there was no need, so there was a need of the proper device. Now in the evolution, when what do you mean by the evolution, the better changes which helps into the survival. So with the evolution, when this system started working into the earlier evolution, yes, chalo, come on, this simple thing go efficiently. So evolution help, और evolution में उस चीज को सिलेक्ट किया गया, उस चीज को मोर एंड मोर एडवांसमेंट दी गई, एंड मोर जो है उसको सोफिस्टिकेटेड और यू कैन से बहुत ही अच्छे से बनाया गया. So today we will be talking about, we will start about the vertebrate heart. Now, see, students, we all have learned the types of circulation, single and the double. So, both the type of circulation we will learn here, single and double. Now, first we will talk about the vertebrate heart. So, vertebrate heart, they will have the two special type of chambers. One chamber will be the receiving, and one will be the distributing. So this receiving chamber and number of chamber will be different to the, now till now we have just simple idea कि human heart four, but now onwards we all have seen that there are so many changes, and organism to organism the hearts are different. So now here atria, when we call single, so it should be the atrium, it receives blood from the body. Now see, if it is the human heart or the four chambered heart, so it will also receive the blood from the circulatory surfaces too. So it is simply a receiving chamber, and contraction, whenever contraction will happen, now when you will learn the fish heart, that time you will understand that always the contraction brings upon or it starts from the collecting chamber. So this contraction of atria, that will now blood has been collected, whether it is collected from the body or it has been collected from the your respiratory surface. It is going to give the pressure, or it may give to the signal to the rhythmic device. Now see this, there will be a special part, or you can say a specialized muscle thing, जैसे कि हमारे बॉडी में होता है ऐसे नोड, सो दैट type of thing will be there, that will get a signal, yes, now the atrium or your atria is full. So now after it must contract, so when it is going to be contract, now see we have learned wherever there is a chance of the backflow, valves are present. So now this atria should ideally open where it should open. Now it has collected the blood, now there is a turn to distribute it, so it is going to give to the next chamber, or to the blood will go to the next level, that is the ventricle. So this atria, when it will be completely filled and it receives the blood from the body or the lung, so after that the rhythmicity will bring the contraction into the atria. Now when this will contract, now you imagine the condition that you have filled the water into the balloon, and when you will be contracting it, so what is going to be happen, it is going to get a pressure and it will compress, so automatically it will give pressure to the bottom side. So same way here also, the bottom side of the atrium will get the pressure, but now here this bottom side is nothing but the valve. This valve is opening for the ventricle. Now this valve will open, and as soon as the valve will open, so automatically the blood will drain to the next level, or you can say to the ventricle. Understood? Now this ventricle will receive the blood from the atria. Now this rhythmicity will also transfer. Now atria do not require any type of the contraction, because whatever blood was there, it has loses the blood, the blood has gone to the ventricle. Now the ventricle are full, now ventricle has the pressure at this atria, they have loses the pressure, now there is no blood inside the atrium, so definitely the next level or the contraction is required to the ventricle. So this contraction or this rhythmicity will be transferred to the ventricle. Now when we were learning about the heart of the cockroach, we all have seen that this rhythmicity is transferred from the one segment to the another segment. So here also this contraction and this rhythmicity will be given to the ventricle now, because now it has to contract. So when the ventricle will contract, automatically what will happen, ventricle will also have the wall. So this ventricle after the contraction will give the blood to the next blood vessel. Now it, this particular blood vessel may be your aorta, which is going to give the blood to the your entire body, or it may be the your respiratory system, it may go to the lungs for getting oxygenated. So this is the simpler idea what we all are going to talk in next 2 3 lectures. So this is going to be very general in all the type of vertebrate. Understood? So in short, we can say in vertebrate heart they will have the chambers, and these chambers are properly well designed chambered. Okay, now this particular area means this particular chamber, there will be atria and ventricle. Atrias are your receiving chamber, and they have the rhythmicity, and this rhythmicity will given to the ventricle. Okay, so this is about in general idea of the vertebrate heart, what we all are going to discuss in next few chamber. Now first we will talk about the type of chambers or number of chamber. So number of chamber could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 4. So it varies from the organism to organism. Now when I am talking about 2, so you must think in vertebrate those who all are coming in our param chain. So they will be having the param mein first कौन आते हैं? Pisces, right? Then your amphibian will have the next type. फिर then your uh, R for reptiles will have. So this way you must immediately start thinking 2, 3, 4. These chambers, they now say first of all there was a simple heart, only and only there was a modification of the blood vessel, but now here well called heart is there. So the heart is also having first two chamber, then three chamber, then four chamber. So you must think about it. Yes, two chamber will be into the organism, those who have come first into the evolution. Then it will have next modification, that might be the three chambers that will be present into the next level, and the fourth will be into the highest or the most advanced, or the organism those who are come late into the evolution. So you must immediately start thinking about like this. Now first we will be talking about the two chamber heart. Now when we talk about the two chamber heart, so simplest vertebrate heart hai, and it is the first who has come into the evolution into the, in the case of the proper heart system. Okay, so because till now we all have seen there was no proper heart type thing, so this is the first proper or true heart kind thing. Now we have learned that the circulation could be of the single circulation and the double circulation. We had already discussed about the types of the circulation in detail. So now when this type of heart will be there, okay, two chamber heart will be there, so there is no chance, because now see here number of chambers are less, so there is no chance of the double circulation. So there will be only now when I am talking there are only two chambers. So the two most important chamber must be there in such type of heart, that is the atrium and the ventricle. So there will be a single atrium, there will be a single ventricle. So this atrium, as I told you, this atrium is having a most important function, that to receive the blood. So now here the atrium will receive blood, it will receive blood from the entire body. Now when we talk about the ventricle, so it is a distributing chamber, so where it is going to whom it is going to give the blood. So here the ventricle, as it is only a single circulation and it is having only one chamber, so it cannot give blood to the entire body, but this blood will be given to the respiratory surface. Now this particular simple type of heart is present in the fish. So if the respiratory surface in the case of the fish is going to be the gills. So here there will be a single atrium that is going. This is a very simplified diagram I got from the Pearson book. So here the general idea is given. Here this is your body capillary and this is your heart. Okay. So here what is happening? Okay. Now, simply, this is your gill capillaries. Now, blood is oxygenated, and this oxygenated blood is shown into the red color. Your blood is oxygenated. Oxygenated blood is simply going to the body side, and in the body, in between. Now, here it is not necessary that there will be a point or there will be a proper exchange center junction will be there. It is not such like this. For just simplicity, it is shown that the gaseous exchange will happen in the part. Now this may be on the organ level. Now after the gaseous exchange, this oxygenated blood will become deoxygenated. Now this deoxygenated blood will be taken. This is your heart, children. Okay, this is your heart. So this deoxygenated blood from the body will be going to the atrium. Now atrium, you are receiving chamber, it will receive the deoxygenated blood, but Now here it is not having, this atrium will not have any connection with your respiratory surface. So here it will give to the, as soon as the atrium will get filled with the blood, it will give to this blood after filling to the ventricle, and this ventricle will push the blood to the respiratory surface. As example is fish, so here we will consider the respiratory surface is the gills. So in the gills, the blood will go to the fine capillaries, and this fine capillaries will give the surface for the gaseous exchange. Now what is this fine capillaries? We all have learned something when we were discussing about the respiration, that is the reason that respiration is taught first to you people, so that you can imagine in a better way that these are the Gill's lamellae where the gaseous exchange will happen. Now after that, whatever carbon dioxide is present, that will be dissolved and given back to the water. Now here again you can see the blood is oxygenated and the round will go. So here the blood, whatever blood is present into the heart is totally the deoxygenated blood. The heart is nowhere involved in distributing the blood, or you can say giving the oxygenated blood. Gill itself is doing its job, है ना. यहाँ पर गिल्स को कोई support नहीं है. There is no such rhythmicity is present. Automatically gills, without helping or without any aid of the rhythmic organ, giving the blood to the body, right? So this is the general idea of the two chamber heart. Now we will learn it with the example of one fish, and I have selected the cartilaginous fish, shark. The scientific name of shark is Scalodon. Okay, and in general it is also called as the dog fish, because the this olfactory gland of this fish is very well modified, and for that reason her brain, now I'm using her, but its brain is modified and called as the olfactory brain, because it has a very sharp sense of smelling. So this is general about shark, which is not the part of your syllabus, but you must know, being zoologist, you must know at least the basic things about the organism. Now let us discuss about the circulation of the or you can say general anatomical structure of the hearts in the shark. So when we talk about shark, so it is mid ventrally. Now see student, last lecture also I told you, you must remember the terms. So ventrally, now this is the dorsal surface of the shark. So it is present mid ventrally, यानी कि बॉडी के मिड पार्ट में वेंट्रली कहीं होना चाहिए. तो यस, ये रहा शार्क का हार्ट. All right, so it is situated mid ventrally. Now we know that it is fish. Shark is a fish. So heart is having how many chamber, children? How many chamber will be there? Yes. How many chamber should be there? Just now we have discussed how many chambers are there in the fish heart. Yes, you are not audible. Student, just now we have discussed in the earlier slide that in the fish, heart is how many chamber? Two chambers are there, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Then unmute yourself and answer. So this shark is a fish. So how many chambers should be there?
Two.
Very good. So when we talk about the position, so you must note down the position is mid-ventrally in the pericardial cavity. Mid-ventrally in the pericardial cavity. Now when we talk about it is a special organ, so definitely it must be properly covered. So it is bounded by two-layered membranous pericardium. Okay, there must be covering to all the important organs. So likewise, it is also having a two-layer covering, and that covering, or you can say it is membrane. It is having a two-layered membranous pericardium. Now, when we observe it carefully, so it is just a bent muscular tube. If you will observe, it is a fish heart. So we had already discussed that yes, it is having the auricle and ventricle. But now I told you that in this particular comparative studies, we all are going to learn the heart which are having the accessory organ, or which are bit modified than the normal one, right? So here, this heart, they have the two accessory chambers. The name of accessory chambers are the sinus venosus and conus arteriosus. Now see here, I'm going to discuss about all this chamber, but you should note down the two accessory chamber: sinus venosus, conus arteriosus. Okay, so let us discuss in detail. ये सब हो चुका already. Now see here, this is the heart, and if you will observe, this is your ventral aorta, this is your auricle, this is your ventricle. So what is the general idea from where the blood is coming? So children, the blood is coming from this side. Okay, the direction of blood, it should have shown, is this. ओके, अब ब्लड कैसे आता है, कहाँ जाता है, विल डिस्कस इन डिटेल. The first chamber, as I told you, it is having two accessory chambers. So the first chamber in the circulation which is receiving the blood first. Now see, accessory chamber है. This accessory chamber will collect, or you can say this extra chamber will collect the blood on the behalf of auricle. Okay, but it is not like that. This accessory chamber or this sinus venosus will be called as the receiving chamber. Receiving chamber will be the auricle itself, but here this sinus venosus will collect. Now see, now suppose one teacher, she has to check all the journals, okay, and she is having A division, B division, C division, D division, right? So A, B, C, D, all division class in charge on now main. Who is going to check the journal? Teacher is going to check the journal. But on the behalf of the teacher, all the class CR will collect the journals, right? Teacher will give instruction that class, you all have to submit your journal to the class CR. So this CR will collect the journal from their class and will submit it to the teacher, right? So now here, same way, the task of the receiving is of auricle only, but on the behalf of the auricle, sinus venosus, which is the accessory chamber which is present into the shark heart, will collect the blood. So if you will observe this sinus venosus, it is a triangular, elastic, and thin wall chamber. Laterally, it receives two large veins. Okay, one is the ducti cuvariae, that is the cuvarian duct. On each side, one will be here and another will be here. Okay, this one. Let me change the color. This is your cuvarian or ductus cuvariae. Now, if you will observe the position, so it is present to the lateral side of the heart. So there are two ducti cuvariae on each side. Now, posteriorly, there is the hepatic sinus. Can you see here, hepatic sinus, children? This and this. So from where it is going to receive the blood, it will receive the blood. Now see, for receiving the blood, and now this is not the open circulatory system that the blood is present into the pericardial cavity, coming entering inside the ostium. No, it is not the type of circulatory system. This is a properly closed system, so the blood is not present outside the vessels, the blood is very well inside the blood vessels. So definitely if it is a receiving chamber, it is going to receive the blood from the proper blood vessel. So you need to remember the name of the vessels. The it is having the two Cuvarian duct and two hepatic sinus from which it is going to receive the blood. Now, when you will observe the anterior part of the sinus venosus, so you can see roughly. Now, see back side में देखेंगे इसके, it is having the auricle. So this sinus venosus is opening into the auricle. Now see, there must be one thing for the prevention of the backflow, that is, what should be there, children? What prevents the backflow of the blood?
Wall.
Yes, very good. So yes, here this particular sinus venosus, when it is opening inside the auricle, so it is preventing the backflow by the valve. So there is a sinio-auricular aperture. Aperture means there must be the small linking between the two organ. Okay, so this sino-auricular aperture will be there, and this sino-auricular aperture must be guarded by the pair of membranous valve, which is going to prevent the backflow. Now, next chamber we will talk about the atrium or auricle. Now, here I will say the atrium.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, shall we continue? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any doubt in sinus venosus? Any doubt in sinus venosus?
No, ma'am.
So what we have learned about the sinus venosus, it is a triangular chamber. Laterally, it is receiving the two large veins, that is ducti cuvariae or cuvarian duct, and on each side, posteriorly, if you will observe, hepatic sinuses are there. Anterior side, it is opening into the auricle, and this sino-auricular aperture is prevented by the backflow with the help of the walls. Now we will talk about the main receiving chamber, that is your atrium. Now when we talk about the atrium, it is a large triangular sac. Now you can see it very well. Now if you will observe, you will compare. Now when we were talking about the sinus venosus, I told you it is a thin and elastic valve. So here comparatively this is going to be thicker than the sinus venosus. Now we will observe, and if you will see, so it is present in front of the sinus venosus, and from diagram itself you can say it is having, or it is presented dorsally to the ventricle side. So If you'll observe side, so it is bit little bit projecting outside. You can see it from the diagram only. Yes, these sides are projecting outside, right? Now when we talk about the ventricle, matlab look, so it is just giving the ear like or auricular appearance to the ventricle. When we talk about opening, so auricle, ideally where should it open? Yes, where should it open? Auricle, it is auricle or atrium, तो कहाँ ओपन होना चाहिए ये? Yes, think about it. It has received the blood, so where should it open? It should open inside the ventricle, na? It has collected the blood, so it should open inside the ventricle. So like this, auriculoventricular aperture are there. I told you aperture, such type of aperture, they are connecting the one part or the one chamber to the another chamber. So it has the auriculoventricular aperture, which is again guarded by the bilabiate valve. Note down the name of valve, it can be asked into the MCQ. So these bilabiate valves are preventing the backflow. Now next chamber is our ventricle. So when you will observe, now see this two things are connected, and they have the opening which is shown in this diagram B. So this particular ventricle, it is the most prominent part of the heart. Now see, it is the thickest among the all chamber. It will have the muscular valve. Now till now we have seen that was membranous valve and elasticity was there, but here there will be a proper thick muscular valve. When you will observe the inside, so inner lining of this will transfer with the numerous muscular strand will be there. This is the valve of the ventricle, and this particular muscular or musculature, this will give the spongy texture. Now where it should communicate, so dorsally if you will observe, it is going to communicate with the atrium through the auriculoventricular aperture, and anterior side the blood must be taken to the next level. Now light has come, so the blood will go to the conus arteriosus. I told you this heart is having the two accessory chamber, and the sinus venosus, it was helping or it was supporting the auricle to collect the blood. So this way the conus arteriosus is the next chamber or the another accessory place which is helping to this ventricle to support or to give the blood to the next level, that ideally it should go to the ventral aorta. So here the conus arteriosus, it should be stout, and it is a muscular tube like structure. It is extend anteriorly from the ventricle to the front of the pericardial cavity. This is the chamber, okay, that is the conus arteriosus. Now if you will observe inside, now definitely there must be the valve. So it has the two transverse rows of valves, and these valves are the semilunar valve. Note down the name of the valves here also. Now see, this auriculoventricular aperture valve name was bilabiate valve. This particular valve name is the semilunar valve. Each row will have the three valves, means it is the row like structure. So these are the semilunar valves, and each row will have the three valves. Now if you will observe fine threads from the free end of this valve, they are attached anteriorly as well as the posteriorly to the muscular process. You can see from the diagram only. to hold the valve into the place. These are the musculature which is helping or which is fixing the valve into its proper position. When this conus arteriosus ends, so it continues to the ventral aorta. Okay, so simply blood kahan se aa raha hai, from here we will learn it is coming from the body to the sinus venosus. Sinus venosus is having the four veins. Two are the cavarian or tachyvaria, and two are the hepatic sinus. And from this, it is going to the auricle. From the auricle, directly it is entering to the ventricle. From the ventricle, it is going to the conus arteriosus, and from the conus arteriosus, it is going to the ventral aorta. अब यहाँ से कहाँ जाएगा, वी हैव लर्न yes, when from the ventricle it should have the space into the gills. So yes, now the blood will go to the next level, that is the respiratory surface or the gills. Understood? So what is the, this is all about the anatomy. Now we will learn the physiology, or you can say the working of the heart. So how this heart works, the function of heart is most important function is to pump the blood to the different part of the body. Now see, the blood is passing to the heart only and only one circuit. This is the single circulation. So this heart must give the sufficient pressure that the blood is going to the gills, as well as from the gills the pressure should be maintained, that the blood should go to the entire body. So this is achieved by the rhythmic contraction of the different part of the heart. Now we know this contraction, it happens into the succession and at the regular interval. So when the heartbeat or contract, so from where it should start, what is the starting point? So definitely this now, usually I told you this contraction starts from the auricle, as the auricles are the main receiving chamber. But in the case of the shark, it is not the case. The first accessory chamber is there which is connecting the blood. So the definitely the rhythm should start from there. So yes, the rhythm will start from the sinus venosus, and from when the rhythmicity comes into the sinus venosus, definitely it is going to push the blood to the your sinoauricular aperture, and valve will open, and from that the blood will go inside the auricle. So now this sinus venosus, it has brought the blood from the different part of the body through the veins. So these veins will bring the blood, or it is going to fill the sinoauricular aperture, and definitely after that the blood will go inside the auricle. And when the auricle is completely filled, now this sinoauricular aperture do not have any blood, it do not requires the contraction, so this will give or gift the contraction along with the blood to the auricle. So now this auricle will contract, right? And after that this will drive the blood inside the ventricle. Again, the return of blood into the auricle will prevent by the bilepied walls which are guarding the auriculoventricular aperture. So this we should remember. So this particular blood will be given to the ventricle. Now there is a need of the ventricle to contract. So definitely when the blood received by the auricle, so this blood after entering inside the ventricle, now auricle will not have any type of the pressure, auricle do not require to contract. So this contraction or this rhythmicity will be forwarded to the ventricular part, and the wave of contraction will be given to the ventricle. Now see, from the ventricle blood is going to the conus arteriosus. So definitely this contraction will also pass from the ventricle to the conus arteriosus, then from the conus arteriosus to the ventral aorta, and all this will be given to the gill capillaries, and inside the gill capillaries this blood will be getting oxygenated, and from there it is going to pass to the entire body. Now you might have noted one thing, that whatever blood is present in the earlier slide also we had discussed that the blood is coming from the body and that blood is only spreading throughout, right? So for that particular reason there is no oxygenated blood. So in short you can say यहाँ पर हार्ट का काम ये नहीं है कि बॉडी को ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड ट्रांसफर करे. Heart is only and only responsible to collect the blood and after collecting send it to the gill capillaries. Understood? So this is the thing which is happening inside the shark. Once again we'll revise. I know we have shortage of time, but still we should revise once again. The blood is coming to the sinus venosus, and here it is. Okay, this sinus venosus is receiving the blood from the various arteries. Now, thereafter, it is going to the auricle, and from the auricle, it is entering into the ventricle. And from the ventricle, it is going to the conus arteriosus. From the conus arteriosus, it is going to the ventral aorta. From the ventral aorta to the gills. And now, from the gills, the blood will circulate to the whole part of the body. So overall there is no function of distributing the oxygenated blood, or the heart is not responsible for the distribution of the oxygenated blood, but still this heart is contracting with lots of power or giving pressure. So this is somehow helpful to distribute the blood from the gills also, although there is no direct connection. Now this is all about the vertebrate heart class Pisces. But now see here there is a chaos that only single circulation is there, only one this chamber are not at all supporting to distribute, gills taking lots of efforts to distribute the oxygenated blood. So there was, with evolution there was modification that why not we will give the responsibility, because see when this system fits very well कि चलो rhythmicity से जो है पुशिंग में काम आसानी हो जाती है. So why not gill capillary, why should gill capillary take lots of efforts to distribute. तो respiratory surface का pressure कम करने के लिए this task is given to the heart. Okay, now with the evolution the heart will be distributing the oxygenated blood also. So fish heart is not at all involved in the distribution of the oxygenated blood, and whatever blood is present in all the chambers of the heart is the deoxygenated blood. So that's why this type of heart is called as the venous heart. Next class we will come and we'll discuss about the frog heart. So for now, at this note, we can stop. If anyone have any question, can ask me right now. So we can stop at this note.